Hello everybody, Odesza here. I'm about to take you on a small trip of all the places where I study and do my learning at. So, let's go. This first place I'm showing you here is where I work. I usually sit at this table where we all get to eat lunch or whatever, and do homework here if work slows down. What we do at this place is do composite repairs for military aircraft. And now I'm taking you outside to where my car is at. It was raining this day in San Diego. Um, because whenever too many people sit at the table and then they all start talking, it gets very distracting for me. So then I just go to my car so that I can better focus on whatever I'm doing. Because sometimes people talk to you even if you have your headphones in. We all know that struggle. And so here I'm about to show you my setup. There's my back seat for some reason I decided to show you. And then I usually just grab my laptop and put it on my lap and bam, we're ready to study some more. This next place I'm showing you is my favorite coffee shop. It's down the street from my house. It's very nice. It's very aesthetic. I showed you guys kind of like an odd angle because I didn't want to capture other people in this video. But this is me leaving the coffee shop now, and it's actually down the street from my house. So whenever my boyfriend is being distracting, or if I'm off of work early, I'll come here. Lastly, I'm showing you my makeshift office for now because I'm in the middle of moving. So this is where I'm currently studying at home. I hope you guys enjoyed my tour of all the places that I sometimes study in. Sorry about my informal home situation, but I'm in the middle of a move. Um, and I hope if you take something away from my places that I like to study at is that to be able to balance working and school and life, sometimes I have to study anywhere. And actually, I do a lot of my homework at work whenever we're not as busy. So, yeah, I hope this helps you to get to know me a little better.
Honestly, I thought to myself, like, why did I choose to move, right? It was honestly the worst time because I've been so busy because like the classes that are ending now, we have like all these projects due and stuff, and I've been like stretched thin. I I was like one of the first people to contribute my stuff, and I feel like yeah, that usually pushes other people, or like once they see what you did, they're like, oh, okay, I see. I'm gonna do this, you know. I think people sometimes need to see like what somebody else did first, or like a point of reference to be like, oh, okay, like I'm gonna do it too. Like we're not a dumpster fire over here. There's positives. um I would say I think what's been cool, I don't know, like it's I don't know how to qualify something as like this is successful. I think it's been cool to see people's creativity
Uh-huh.
and how they interpret like the projects, like or at least the introductory ones. The collages were so cool, and everybody took it somewhere completely different from what I've seen so far. And I think that's successful. Like
Okay.
bringing everybody like everybody's bringing their own thing, and you know it feels very like wow, great job, like cool, you know. It's there's not like a oh it needed to be this or that, you know. um I really think we all need to find a way to communicate. I really think that that's what I communicated on the board as well. Like I think that's why this is getting tough, or like that's what I'm having an issue with, is that we don't have a way. Like maybe let's make a group chat. Maybe let's, you know, I'm not sure what would work. That's why I was like, Rosalie said through email, that feels a bit like too much to me. I feel like we don't check our email as often, you know. That's why I don't necessarily agree that that's like the best way we should do this. Like
Hmm.
we should have each other's emails, sure, but I don't think that should be our primary way of communication. Um, Honestly, I think it feels very similar. It doesn't feel that much different than like, because it's like, it's asynchronous. The way you share with other people is through some like, you know, board type of thing, and then you kind of like check on it and interact at your own pace or whatever. So it feels very much, like regular online student like situation. Mm, that's a good question. Um, well, I don't know how it's like for non-online students, but I imagine maybe the fact that you see each other all the time, or you're able to ask questions and things like that, like in the moment. Whereas, I don't know. I think that's probably going back to the communication thing. Like if we were to establish like in person, or not in person, Zoom times, that would probably make it feel more like, oh, hey, this is
Hmm.
more in person. Yeah, that's probably what it is, that we don't interact with each other so often or at a specific time, maybe. Or maybe making like almost like office hours. Like some teachers have like, oh, we're gonna have the Zoom open Tuesdays and Wednesdays at this time, and then people kind of try to work with that maybe. But it's tough to work with so many schedules, and I see we're all in different time zones as well.
Yeah.
Basically, you can really tell when. Give me a second. I'm gonna close my door because my family's talking.